Hey everyone, welcome back to Walk and Study. Today we will be going over some advanced TOEFL and IELTS vocabulary. This video is great for anyone studying for the TOEFL or IELTS, or anyone who wants to learn some common and important English vocabulary. As we work through these words, we will be hiking near Turquoise Lake in Leadville, Colorado. Alright, let's get started. Our first word is declaration. Declaration is a noun, and it means a formal statement or announcement. Using declaration in a sentence, we could say, the local government issued a disaster declaration after the hurricane. So, the local government issued or made a formal statement or announcement of disaster after the hurricane. Another example could be, Mr. Darcy's declaration of his love to Elizabeth was very unusual. So, Mr. Darcy's announcement of his love for Elizabeth was very unusual. Okay, our next word is adamant. Adamant is an adjective, and it means not willing to change an opinion or decision, or in other words, to be very determined. Using adamant in a sentence, we could say, Diego was adamant about not going to the party tonight. So Diego was not willing to change his decision about not going to the party. Another example could be, Alice is an adamant defender of animal rights. So, Alice is not willing to change her opinions in defending the rights of animals. Some important synonyms of adamant are unshakable, unwavering, and firm. Our next word is sparse. Sparse is an adjective, and it means present in only small amounts or thinly spread. Using sparse in a sentence, we could say, recent studies on forms of penguin communication are sparse. So, recent studies on the different ways penguins communicate with each other are present in only small amounts. Another example could be, vegetation is sparse in deserts. So, vegetation, which means plants that cover an area, is thinly spread in deserts. One thing to keep in mind is that the adverb form of sparse is sparsely, and it is frequently used in texts. Using sparsely in a sentence, we could say, Alaska is sparsely populated. So this sentence is saying that Alaska has a small number of people populating it. You're very likely to run into the phrase sparsely populated in the TOEFL reading and listening texts, so be sure to remember that. Okay, our next word is fluctuate. Fluctuate is a verb, and it means to change, and more specifically, to change continuously and between one level or thing and another. Using fluctuate in a sentence, we could say, the temperatures fluctuate during the spring months. So, the temperatures often change continuously during the spring months. Another example could be, oil prices can fluctuate due to political factors. So, oil prices can change continuously due to political factors. Alright, our next word is epitome. Epitome is a noun, and it means a perfect example of something. Using epitome in a sentence, we could say, the Orient Express was the epitome of luxury train travel in the early 20th century. So, the Orient Express was the perfect example of luxury train travel in the 20th century. We could also say, Trent Alexander-Arnold is the epitome of an attacking fullback. So, in football, Trent Alexander-Arnold is the perfect example of an attacking fullback. Our next word is negligent. Negligent is an adjective, and it means failing to take proper or normal care of something or someone. Using negligent in a sentence, we could say, The fire was started by a negligent camper who did not put out his campfire. So, the fire was started by a camper that failed to take proper care of putting out the campfire he had lit. Another example could be, the negligent worker did not follow the written directions and caused a co-worker to get injured. So, the worker failed to properly follow the written directions and caused a co-worker to get injured. As you can observe in the sentences, negligent suggests that the person is not giving enough care or attention to the task that needs to be completed. Okay, our next word is hierarchy. Hierarchy is a noun, and it means a system or organization in which people or things are ranked according to their status or importance. Using hierarchy in a sentence, we could say, within the British royalty, dukes are higher in the hierarchy than barons. So within the British royalty, there is a system or organization in which people are ranked according to their importance or status, and in this system, dukes are ranked higher than barons. Hierarchy is often used in its adjective form as well, and the adjective form is hierarchical. Using hierarchical in a sentence, we could say, wolf packs are known for their hierarchical structures. So, wolf packs are known for having structures or systems that rank members of the pack according to their importance. If you want to use this impressive word in your TOEFL essays, make sure to practice writing it because it sure is a challenge to spell. All right, our next word is retain. Retain is a verb and it means to continue to have or keep possession of something. Using retain in a sentence, we could say, even after Ali moved away from the United States, he retained his knowledge of English. So, even after Ali moved away from the United States, he continued to have or keep in his memory his English language skills. We could also say, built in 1885, the Scottish hotel Jamila and John visited retained many of its original features. So, the hotel that Jamila and James stayed in, which had been built in 1885, continued to have or kept possession of many of its original features. Okay, our next word is arbitrary. Arbitrary is an adjective, and it means based on random choice or personal desire rather than reason or a system. Using arbitrary in a sentence, we could say, the king made so many arbitrary laws that one day his subjects overthrew him and implemented a democracy. So, the king made so many laws that were random or based on personal desire that one day the people he ruled over overthrew him and implemented a democratic form of government. We could also say, Arjun and Layli stopped playing games with their older brother because he always made arbitrary rules so they could never win. So, Arjun and Layli stopped playing games with their older brother because he always made random rules based on personal desire that made it so that he always won. All right, with that, we've gone over some more advanced and important TOEFL and IELTS vocabulary. I hope this lesson was helpful to you all. As always, subscribe below, give us a like if you found this video useful, and let us know in the comments section what else you'd like to learn about or see in our next walk and study lesson. Thanks everyone, take care.